What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's a good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here, and you have to wonder, Darren Muji, Aaron Glenn, Tanner Inkstring specifically, what is the plan around Justin Fields? Is he legit, depending on his year one performance, going to be looked at as a possible franchise quarterback of the future? Would they like to see him maybe in a bridge role for 2 years and base it off a bigger sample size? Or are they really just kind of hedging their bet to be able to best evaluate this roster in year one around ideally what Tanner Inkstring would like to do and then search for a quarterback? There's plenty of rumors going around about who we may end up selecting, and even with the 7th pick overall, generally Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders are going to be the likely options, but it really feels like Cam Ward and everyone else. And the recent rumors around Cam Ward are really that the Titans are starting to grow extremely fond of him, and as far as I know, it seems like they are declining to want to have those continuous conversations around that number one draft pick. So that leaves the Jets with Shedeur Sanders and a number of other candidates potentially in the first 2 days of the draft. Jaxson Dart is a name that has been steadily rising, but in the last week or two, I feel like it's been starting to kind of hit a fever pitch, skyrocketing, if you will. And there's been plenty of analysts that have come out that are stating, and I feel like this is based off whatever sources they may be talking to, but the sentiment is growing that the New York Jets could not ideally, but at least look to select Jaxson Dart with the 7th overall pick. And I'll put this up front, extremely too rich for my blood. When you think about a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion, this has to be someone that has a certified special trait about them, or the floor has to be so high that you are comfortable with the fact that you can win an immense amount of games with them, even if there isn't that special quality or that special physical trait anyways. And I don't really see that with Jaxson Dart. Not to say that I've dived heavily into him, but from every indication I have, there's a reason why he started off as more of that round 2, round 3 type prospect, and now you started to see him grow, and there's a number of reasons for that, but we'll chat about that in a minute, specifically around a couple people that are starting to make this connection and kind of push this narrative that the New York Jets do have heavy interest in Jaxson Dart. Todd McShay is chief among them recently. He mentioned don't be surprised if that builds some steam in the coming weeks as it relates to the Jets picking him with the 7th overall pick. And not even a week or two ago, you had Rich Cimini also reporting that the signing of Justin Fields doesn't preclude the Jets from drafting a quarterback at any point in this draft. And so while I do think we should take a dart throw, pun intended, in this draft, it doesn't specifically have to be him. Even in the recent mock draft I did, I ended up picking Tyler Shugg, but ultimately, I feel like until you get that quarterback of the future, somebody that really breaks out and can kind of stand the test of time for you, you need to continue to try to see what sticks for you, right? Even if you don't hit on the franchise quarterback, if you can secure a cheap quality backup that you feel really comfortable being able to come in and start duty, that's a huge win for you. Plenty of teams are scrambling anyways. I mean, we're coming off of paying Tyrod Taylor here, about $6 million per year on average to come in and hopefully never play a game. And now he's in a situation where he could be looked at as a starter if they don't just gift the job to Justin Fields. So there are some things that work in Jaxson Dart's favor, right? It's not all doom and gloom here. If he was picked 7th overall, again, I feel like it would be a huge reach, but is it the end of the world? No. The draft is still going to be deep at positions that we would have selected there anyways, like defensive tackle, tight end. It's just that you would have been able to get one of the cream of the crops at those positions. But you're talking about Jalen Hurts as a comparison I've heard thrown around recently. One of the analysts, this came from being Orlovsky, former QB. And I think, again, maybe a bit of a reach in terms of the comparison, but he does bring some aspect of dual threat ability, which based on the Justin Fields signing and all the rumors that we heard leading up to that signing, seems like something that N-String is going to want to use to separate himself from what we've seen with Ben Johnson and what they had in Jared Goff. And again, he has the ability to run what I categorize him as a dual threat specifically. Probably not, but I believe he had 7 or 8 touchdowns on the ground in his junior year before last year, putting up 3 more on shade under 400 yards. So it's within his abilities for sure. He did lead the SEC in completion percentage with just below a 70% rate and had over 4,000 yards passing. You're also talking about the length, the quantity of games he's been able to play, right? The experience he's been able to amass. 41 of his 45 games started. Between him being at Ole Miss, etc., a 28-13 record, which is huge, right? Winning is going to be one of those qualities that is up there for Aaron Glenn. If you believe in him taking some of the mantras from Bill Parcells, coming off a 10-3 record, I believe, as a senior as well here. So one of the things that really helped his stock skyrocket here, in my opinion, is the fact that Ward and Sanders didn't participate in the combine beyond like interviews and stuff like that, or do on-field drill work. And to my understanding, I still think neither one has really done that. They've really just been standing on the tape that they put up over the course of their career. So it's allowed guys like a Jalen Milroe or a Jaxson Dart or a Tyler Shugg, or pick any other quarterback that you like potentially in day 2 or 3. It's allowed these guys to have ample opportunities to go out there and try to impress scouts in the absence of having a Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders in your face doing the same thing as a live-to-live comparison. So we'll see where it falls. Let me know what you guys think, though. I think 99% of us will be in the boat that this is extremely unreasonable and too high of a draft pick for him. But if he happens to be there on day 2, would you jump at the prospects of taking him, or is this really just a non-quarterback type draft for you? I'll catch you guys again. Peace.